How's it going?
Yeah, not bad. But I've got so much to talk about today that I think we have to do the podcast really fast, like a couple of times, so everyone can, so we can fit everything in. So
yeah, I've noticed you
really
speaking at 2 times speed here.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, that sounds good because I've got absolutely fuck all. I haven't bothered preparing anything.
I've just started. My dogs are going for it, man. I'm going to put them upstairs. Just started.
Here we go.
Hold on.
Professionalism.
Just start the podcast again.
Greatest.
Start the podcast.
Just going to start the podcast.
What can I do when growling outside?
What can you do with growling dogs outside? I don't know.
Start the podcast again.
So this definitely won't be in the podcast. This is going to be starting again. All right. I know what you're going to say. You got so much for the podcast. You've got to speak really fast.
I wasn't going to say it because I already said it, but I'm going to speak really fast anyway.
True. Right, so as I said, that's good for me because I've not really got very much. So, yeah, anything to talk about? What's happened to you this week?
I went to see some whales. I went to a type of whale called Brooders whale in the Gulf of Thailand. Saw quite a lot of whales.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of whales, yeah. Nice.
Do you want to know about it?
Yeah, go on, tell me more about the whales.
Well, they were all right. As with most things in life, I thought seeing whales would be class. And it was quite
slowed
good.
Down to his normal pace now.
It was quite good. But you can only get so close. So they don't. It's like when you see a plane from ground, it doesn't look as big. So we're relatively close. It's cool seeing it open its mouth, but it made me feel better about dying. Because it made me think, you have all these things you want to tick off before you die. Or I want to do that'd be class. And you have fear of missing out. I'm not scared of missing out anymore because everything I see and do in the end is all there is.
No, I do agree. Like we've talked about this before. So when you see like things to do before you die, and there are all these things on there, whenever you see them, when you get there, they're actually going to be pretty shit. The best things are just weird, random things that happen to you.
Yeah, doing stuff. But if the whale was like right next to me and it gave me a wink. Or like I could see down into his mouth, it'd probably be better. But you don't, because you're not that close. You don't get to see. Oh man, look how truly great and enormous it is. Because it's not right next to you.
What? So right, when you say whale, what does it look like? Because there's loads of different types of whales, isn't there?
It's a Brooders whale, really big, and it's it might be the only whale that does trap feeding, which is when they come out, they just put their head out of the water and they open the mouth really wide, and so fish just jump in the mouth. So that's quite cool to see. But you're not close enough to see the fish jumping in. You just see the mouth open. It's pink.
So would you say it was
on its underbelly?
Underwhelming?
I liked it, but it's like a 7-hour trip. At the end of the trip, when they're still chasing after whales, I'm not seen enough now. Let's go back.
Yeah. Once you've seen one whale, you've seen them all, haven't you?
And it makes me realise we're way too nice to whales. Like before we go there, we can only get within like 60 feet or whatever. Because you got to remember, this is their home. We got to respect them. Right? Yeah. How many whales have we seen on this trip? How big's the fucking sea? Because I don't claim all land to be my home. If a whale comes to my house, I'll say, get off my driveway.
Yeah.
But if a whale comes to the beach, I'm like, get the fuck back in the sea. I mean, you might want to go back in the sea. It's probably best for you.
But I mean, do you think when whales are coming to see humans, they give a fuck about our land? They give a fuck, do they?
Don't care.
They just, if they could, they'd plonk out the sea, trample all over our houses, and be like, oh, there's some little humans. Probably gobble one of them as well.
Yeah, talk about eating. I wouldn't want to eat a whale, actually. Not because of the flavour, but I don't like bony fish. It's not a fish, actually, is it? Mammal.
They're not a fish, they're a mammal.
But still.
We talked about this last week, didn't we?
There are a lot of bones, but I'm guessing they're quite big. I'm not getting them stuck in my teeth.
I think it'd be fine. But we said if you eat one, this is what we said, killing one whale, so you're only killing one animal, that's how many fish does that save? Yeah. How many fish and chips can you make out of that? Or mammal and chips.
They were showing us a video in Canada, all these lobster fishermen losing their jobs because their lines were killing like 9 whales a year. Well, sorry, you
lose your job because what?
Because they were like saying, "Oh no, lobstermen, you can't have this many lines. You can't do that much lobster fishing because whales."
They don't care about the lobsters, do they? They don't kill the lobsters.
Yeah, no, didn't care about that. Like 9 whales. How about all the kids in Africa? Go and save 9 starving kids. I do think people care more about whales than people. Because they're dying out. Yeah. Also, killer whales, obviously, we know they're not whales, they're dolphins.
And they're not, and I'm not being funny, but killer whales, they're not exactly innocent, are they?
Yeah.
They've got their name, killer whale.
Yeah. They're not the only whale they're not the only dolphin with the name whale as well. I had a little board and I looked them up. There's a melon-headed whale, head nothing like a melon. There is a... That's
some of the names
a dolphin. There's a couple more.
Yeah, so killer whales are a dolphin, aren't they, is what you're saying?
Yeah, but it's weird.
That's what I said, like, when you look at them, you're like, that doesn't look anything like them other whales.
Imagine there's this cat. You don't call tigers killer dogs, do you?
True. Well, I think we've had enough whale content for today. Should we move on?
Actually, yeah, I've got plenty more where that came from. At the beginning, not even whale stuff, the guy, there's like loads of us on the boat. And he just picked me out for some reason and just looked at me the whole way through, like everything was targeting me. So I had to be the one who kept nodding on behalf of the group. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, that's good.
yeah. I love it when that happens.
I can't even talk to Joan about what he's saying because he's focused on me. Like, I can't go. It's like being at school. The teacher knows you're the naughty kid.
Yeah. Did that happen to you a lot? Did it?
Probably.
All right, let's do some emails.
All right.
Well, I've got a couple of emails, not many. First one, it just says that your dogs don't respect you. That's what it says.
Well, they do, but I don't want dogs that my dogs don't know I'm on a podcast, do they? They're not like, we can't growl now. He's on a podcast. He's chatting to his mate.
You haven't told them that?
No, I can't teach them that. If I say to you, "Oi, stop it," they'll stop it. If I tell them to do something, they do it. The problem with dogs, they've got a short attention span. So if I say, I can't just shout "shut up" in the middle of a podcast. Also, but if I do, they'll stop for a minute and then carry on again.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I've done it again today. 1 out, 1 in. Kind of
1 out, 1 in. That's the way
I feel bad because I have to alternate because the one who's out. That's what I do with them if they're like a bit naughty. I might put them out for a bit. So they probably think they've done something wrong and they haven't.
No, you'd have to explain yourself. Yeah. Right, and then we've just got a few from your mate.
A few. Okay.
It just says, is it true that your favourite books are the Twilight Saga?
Never read them, but I'm very confident that no, they wouldn't. My favourite books are Catch-22 and Birdsong.
Never read a Birdsong. Catch-22, we had to read that at school, but I didn't bother.
Really? No, we didn't, but it's a good book. And Birdsong as well. Which sure it wasn't Catcher in the Rye you read at school?
No, Catch-22.
Birdsong.
I didn't read it.
It's a war film, but it's got like past.
It wasn't in English though. It was in we had a class called Critical Thinking.
Oh yeah.
I think I'd be quite good at that, but I was terrible at it. I think I failed it. Right, next one. It says, is it true that you used to think you were going to get a letter from Hogwarts when you were a kid and actually thought you were magic?
How old was I when Harry Potter came out? I'm
quite young.
I thought I was magic until I was like 7. But I think Harry Potter came out after that.
Thought I was magic till I was 7.
I thought I was the fastest in it. I remember saying to my mum, running, saying to mum, watch how fast I am, and running I'm probably younger than 5, one of my earliest memories. Yeah. Going, watch this, and running and going, Mum, was I as fast as light? yeah, you are, yeah.
Yeah, you were, yeah.
You couldn't see it.
Okay, fair enough. Right, next one. Is it true that you put your milk in first when making a cup of tea?
No, never crossed my mind, not once.
I don't understand people who do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
Burn the milk, don't you?
Well, surely, I don't know. I guess if you've done it enough, you can work out how to do it, but surely it would completely ruin the tea.
Oh, my God.
Was that journal then?
Yeah, it got loud. Bunny, come on! So, right, Bunny, you're going to stay here by me. Come on.
So his dogs do respect him.
Bunny, stay. Okay, sit.
Got a dog on the podcast now.
Okay. So Bunny, stay here. Good girl. All right.
Bunny. Yeah. Okay, that was all the emails.
That was Bunny. All right. Right. I got one, but it's going to take you a while to answer. But only one.
Okay.
Difficult because you're only allowed to choose one. Best song of the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. Choose one from. That's
ridiculously long, and it's how the hell can I pick up that? I should have been prepared for this.
Just go.
Should have been cropped. Okay. Best song of the 60s is.
It's the toughest one that is. I think 60s is
like easiest so one for me. It's "Gimme Shelter" by the Rolling Stones.
Maybe "Try a Little Tenderness." Otis Redding. Shangri-La's Beach Boys are close there.
So the reason why he's got this he's read out this question. Is so he can answer it himself.
Okay, go. I won't answer. You should.
I don't even know because some of them I'm not. Some of them are like borderlines.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll allow you a year or two either way.
Okay, so 70s. Are we a thingy 70s? Credence. Clearwater.
Yeah. Late 60s, early 70s, I think.
I'd probably just go for one of them for the 70s.
All right.
Take your pick.
All right. Looking out
80s. Pardon?
Looking out my back door. That's your Credence one. All right, next.
That wouldn't be my pick, but yeah. Like 80s.
Yeah.
Jeez, 80s. 80s is a tough one for me.
It shouldn't be. You got the Smiths in there. One of your favourite bands.
So I wouldn't even be thinking of the Smiths. I'm thinking of something completely different. But yeah, maybe it would be the Smiths. It probably would be a Smiths song then, yeah. I wouldn't even have thought of the Smiths.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even come to my brain. Yeah, okay, we're going Smiths for that. Okay, 90s. 90s. It's got to be something kind of Britpoppy.
Yeah.
But I don't know what.
Yeah, like the Universal by Blur, probably.
Yeah, I don't want to go Oasis, but
yeah,
you just said Blur.
You just hear them. Yeah, that's probably my favourite song of the 90s, I guess. There's loads you don't think of now, though, isn't there? But then you hear them. And
as soon as I finish this podcast, I'll be like, "No, that was." I'll be listening back to this, thinking that was a shit choice. That was.
Yeah.
There's loads more than that.
Yeah.
Right, so what you got? 2000s as well.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. When was Eiffel 65 out?
90s.
I'm blue, definitely. There was some shit around the year 2000.
Late 90s.
There was some good stuff.
Well, you can have Eiffel 65 though, because
I'm not having that. I'm not going on record on the internet forever going down as Eiffel 65 was my favourite song of the whenever it was 99 2000s. But what do we go for 2000?
Get some hip hop probably in there.
When was Hey Ya, when was that out?
Yeah, 2000s, I'd say. Early 2000s.
Yeah, I'll go Hey Ya. I remember when I heard that, I absolutely loved it. I was just listening to that and then I was listening to Miss Jackson as well.
You forget, don't you? It's like how much you like some songs. I actually bought the single of Hey Ya. You don't buy many
I remember
singles,
when that was out, I absolutely loved it.
But I think at the time, Roses probably surpassed it for me.
Yeah, I think listening back now, there's different tracks on the album that I like, but at the time, I thought that was the best. Right, so we go for that. Probably have to go. I mean, when was my favourite Kanye West album, don't you?
No, the original one.
No, but that was actually pretty good. But that's too early, isn't it? I actually don't know. I actually always get the name wrong of it. My Dark Twisted Fantasy or whatever it is, the one with the little bloke shagging someone on the front.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, that one.
Runaway.
Yeah, Runaway. Probably that one or Blame Game or something like that. I'll probably go for that.
That's
there's loads what I missed.
Yeah, I know, there's loads. 60s for me. I feel bad for some of the bands. They're probably like, "Oh, why don't you pick me? You really like me." So
yeah, I mean the Clash. I usually say the Clash are my favourite band, but I didn't pick them in.
You know what I've been listening to this week? Some Melanesian music.
Melanesian.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Do you want to play it? You listen to. I made a little Melanesian music playlist.
Well, I'm not sure copyright reasons. Are we allowed to do that?
Just play it. I really love it. The Tatsy Bamboo Band does not get much play online.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, this may be or may not be in the podcast. But okay. Okay, sounds good. I like it. What does is that a country? Melanesia?
No, I think it's like an area in the South Pacific. I'm pretty sure Papua New Guinea's in there, but I mean I don't know that much about it.
Okay, so yeah, South Pacific.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's in your when was that made?
No idea. Probably 2000s, like 2000.
Okay, so that's your 2000s one, is it?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Right, is that all the questions, or you got more?
Yeah, no, just one this week.
Okay, just one massive one, one massive question. All right, okay. So that was the emails.
Yeah, it's all right today. Well, if we run out of anything, I've got plenty more whale stuff to come up with. So.
Okay, cool. So we've got a lot of whale filler.
I had about 7 hours just to think about whales.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about whale sounds before, haven't we? Did you hear them?
Yeah. No, I couldn't hear them. No.
So, just as a quick recap, when you hear whale sounds, people say, "Oh, you should just listen to that to go to sleep." Don't do that because it's the least relaxing noise I've ever heard.
Also, have you heard about why whales can't build things?
Because they've got no hands.
Well, one of the problems is I was thinking this as well. You know, like they're never going to be able to like develop stuff like us because every time they go down to do something, they've got to go back up for air. Like, making some bricks. Fuck, can't breathe. Go back up to the surface. It'll take all day.
Exactly, yeah.
Also,
that's one reason.
Whenever we see them with a bit of rope, carrying a bit of rope around, they like want to melt something. We go and cut it off, don't we? And they're like, oh, for fuck's sake! I was taking that rope on that.
So that actually flips the thing on its head, doesn't it? Those lobster fishermen. Yeah. Were they strangling the whales, or were the whales stealing their equipment?
Yeah,
makes you
exactly.
think, doesn't it?
One point of view, yeah, exactly.
So we always like to do that. We always like to flip things on the head. We don't go through the status quo. You know, we always think, is that really what's happening, or is there another angle from this that we can kind of attack?
Exactly. They keep saying, "Oh, whales are that clever. Oh, they're so clever. Why do they keep on getting tangled up in rope and dying then? Yeah, you're that clever. Can't have it both ways. Yeah. Just say these stupid whales keep killing themselves. Don't care about them. They're stupid.
Okay. Right. Thanks for that little whale filler section.
No problem.
Right, should we do news?
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm going to sit back and relax here because I haven't bothered getting any news.
I've actually got some English news for you, so
you've got English news.
I'll whisper this news to you now,
news,
and then you can tell it. Right.
You're what now?
Whisper it to me now, and then you can tell it.
Oh. Is this another made up one?
No, it's real.
Okay, if no one heard that, it sounds like, and we've had some bad headlines on here, but if this is true, this is the most mental headline I think I've ever heard. Unless it's Chinese whispers and I've completely misheard you. Duck walks into pub. Yeah?
Yeah.
Downs pint.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's mental already. And fights dog.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true already. I've read the article, it's true.
That can't be true.
It's true.
I'm telling you now, that isn't true.
It's true. There's this duck, apparently, in this pub. It always goes in there as a drink.
It always goes in there, does it?
It's got an owner who takes him there like it's like his pet duck. But this time went in there, started getting this dog riled up.
Yeah.
And when he's getting the dog riled up, the dog bit its beak.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna go and sort out my dog. Pause it.
Get that duck. I think what we need is to get a duck
Pause
in it.
It.
All right, we're going to press pause on the podcast now.
All right. So you got this.
I'm going to press play on the podcast now.
So you got this. So the duck, he goes in there and drinks ale regularly. That's what he does. But you know, ducks can get a bit mad, especially when you've had a pint or two. And
I find out bloody ducks.
Wound this dog up.
What was he drinking?
Looks like ale. It doesn't look like lager.
Just probably local ale, probably.
Yeah. See, I can see it with its beak in the glass. I don't know if it downed the pint. I'm guessing it can't down pints. So I'm guessing that's an exaggeration, like glugging beer. And then the dog bit its beak and split its beak open.
Gobbling curries.
Had to go to the vets. Thank goodness it's still alive. But that's the only bit of English news we got this week.
Well, I mean, would you say if he did, die, would you say it's the dog's fault for riling up the dog?
Yeah, you know what that dog's going to do. If you're going to keep pissing it off, you know what sort of duck that is as well, don't you? Yeah. He's going in the pub drinking, louting around, riling up dogs. Thinks he's probably the dog's bollocks, and he gets his beak bitten off. So you might calm him down a little bit. It's not the first time he's on the circuit. He goes in there often. He knows what he's like when he's had a drink or two.
Yeah.
Probably pissed off the dog for weeks.
Probably it's probably been building for weeks, and the dog's like, fuck off. You know what, mate? I fucking will bite your beak off. You fucking cheeky little bastard duck. All right. Well, thanks for that little story. That was actually I quite like that one. That was good.
Asian news.
Right. Wait. Let's play the jingle.
Right. In Asian news, I think we've got a theme in Japan. There's loads. They just keep on coming up with new foods. We tried Japan's new drinkable curry in a can.
Surprised it hasn't come out sooner. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Drinkable curries in a can. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't come out earlier.
Nissin Cup Noodle Soda gives us the flavour of instant ramen as fizzy drinks.
Right, like it. Right, we got to get to Japan, mate. We've got to get to Japan.
Just try food all day. Pretty cheap food as well. Actually, I think is that the... Oh no, there's one more. Chocolate. We buy chocolate fish in a can from a store in Akihabara.
Chocolate fish?
No idea, mate. That's what it says.
I mean, I'll try it. I'm not sure that's going to be great, but I will try it.
And okay, one more piece of news in Japan. If you're a real big gamer, we test Japan's new gaming chopsticks holder.
Have you got a picture of that? Because I've got images of what it. Yeah, that's. Well, I was thinking it was going to be stuck to the back of the PlayStation controller.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Just so in the middle of a game, you can just quickly whip it off, and then put it back on when you respawn.
Yeah. I think I might just stop it being Asian news and just make it Japanese news.
I think we could have a separate section for Japanese news.
I got one in America as well. I haven't read much of this article. Maryland man whose attack on a woman with a semen-filled syringe was caught on camera.
I don't know whether it's a laugh or cry at that. What?
Well, what I do want to know is how would you punish him for that?
So attack on a woman.
Yeah.
With a semen-filled syringe.
Yeah.
So when you say attack, he tried to inject it with semen.
Like spray it, probably.
Oh, spray it.
I haven't read the article, so here's what he did.
How would you? I mean, how would I punish him? I mean, it wouldn't be so much as punishment as just to. He needs to go to a mental institution. He's mental.
We got 10 years in jail.
I mean, yeah, at least. I don't know. Like it's hard. Like people always say, how would you punish it? Like I think.
If you got injected with someone, if someone did inject it in your arm with someone's semen into your arm, you wouldn't be happy, would you?
I wouldn't be happy. How dangerous is it though?
I don't know. I told you, I didn't read the article. There's too much news around these days. Can't be reading all the articles.
Just read the headlines.
Especially when the headlines are so good, the article can only get worse.
True, that is true. That's something that I've definitely learned. Just read the headline and go off that, because you'll only be disappointed by reading the rest of the article. Like a prime example of that is man converts his little car into a camper van.
Yeah.
And then you read the article, and actually all he's done is put the seats down and put a blow-up mattress in it.
Yeah.
That's the most disappointed I've ever been, I think. Right, okay, is that all the news?
Yeah.
Okay, nice one. That was the news. Okay, talking about random, that was something that I was going to do. Do you remember when, I don't know when it was, it must have been like
21st night of September.
Again?
21st night of September or December, I'm not sure which one it was. It's on the song, innit? Do you remember?
I think it's September.
Oh, okay.
21st night of September. Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
Good tune, though. That could have made it into one of the things.
Yeah.
One of the picks.
Probably.
No, do you remember around, what about 2010, when everyone, maybe before, maybe like 2005, when everyone just used the word random? Oh, that's so random.
I remember hearing other people say it.
Everyone started saying it, and like at school, TV shows, they even had them sweets called Roundtrees.
Yeah,
Roundtrees randoms, and they had adverts. People were going, "Oh, that's so random."
Yeah, people just copy. I'm glad you brought that up though, because I was starting to hate this generation. You realise every generation has these lame fucking shit words.
Like you hate some of the shit what you see now, but you think our generation was just as bad. Honestly, I could have punched through like people that said that's so random. That is so random. Fuck off. Another thing at school. I think Jemay said, didn't she?
Yeah.
So obviously it's probably around when that came out. Summer Heights High. I don't know when that was.
Yeah.
Another thing what I thought of at school. Did you ever used to do this at school? Obviously not on the podcast, people can't see it. But if you put your hands out like that and you do that thing there, you like lift your things up, and then the other person inserts their hand into yours, and you open it up, and you see a little fanny, don't you?
Yeah. But I never really thought it looked that much like a fanny.
Well, I remember when I did it, I didn't know what a fanny looked like. So, I don't know.
Jurassic Park.
What?
Jurassic Park.
What about Jurassic Park?
It's ridiculous how they keep on letting the T-Rex escape. If I worked on Jurassic Park, there's no way he'd be escaping from that. I'd have 3 fences, all electric, and then I'd have like a retractable bridge that he's going to fall off if he even tries to cross, if it's up. Then I'm going to have like a moat. He's not getting out. I don't know how, 3 times, to keep letting these T-Rexes escape.
Yeah, agreed. I do agree with that. He's done it once. Like, the first time, film me once, shame on... Who is it? Shame
on me. No, shame on you.
No, shame on you.
Shame on George
Shame on you. The thing is, film once, you can't film me again.
Yeah.
We got saying down in Tennessee. Yeah, well, I don't know what I was going to say, but yeah, if you can't be letting him escape twice, 3 times. Come on, that's your fault.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Or stop bringing him back after the second time. Like, bad idea.
Yeah, I think get rid of the project. It didn't work.
Or just don't make a T-Rex.
Just make like the cute dinosaurs. Don't make like the fucking massive dinosaur.
Or it's right. Have the massive ones. What's the leaf eaters?
Yeah, okay, you have the little massive leaf eaters. That'd be cute. People would like that still, wouldn't they?
Yeah. All right, Alex.
I reckon T-Rex is probably the one that brings the people in, isn't it?
Yeah. I've kind of hijacked all your sections by just keeping on going. I said I'm going to speak fast today.
All right, we're going to do quick game of yes no.
Go.
All right, Men in Tights.
No.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
No.
Okay, having sex on the beach.
No.
Okay, Sex on the Beach, the cocktail.
Yeah.
Okay, Sex in the City.
No, wait.
Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Okay, German food.
Gemmed food.
German food. German food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like anything. Nothing wrong with a sausage.
Well, I don't know. The curry verses or what like that.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean,
they've got some. They've got some things, but they've got some very shit things as well.
Yeah.
Like German women.
Yeah.
Okay. German armies.
No.
Okay. Bums.
Yeah.
Front bums.
Yeah.
Mosquito bites.
Nah.
Love bites.
No.
Vampire bites.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. That was the last one.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't mind. So you'd rather get bitten by a vampire than you would have a love bite.
I think a lot of those I'd have said yes to when I was younger, but you get experience, don't you? Not that I've experienced sex on the beach, but you just think about it more. And you're like, well, no, it sounds fun. It's not no point. You're gonna be more constant. Is anyone looking? Where's the sand going? It's gonna be uncomfortable. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's when you know you got old and grumpy.
It's experience for experience's sake, innit? Fuck it. Don't need it. German women, I don't know, but they're probably better than British. And from
I'd say they're equal.
Probably, yeah, but they seem like they're a bit more freaky in bed. German porn's mental, innit?
Is it? I don't know. I don't really watch German porn. I know Japanese porn.
I think they're a bit like freaky in the bedroom, a bit kinky. Okay. That's because they're so boring outside of it.
Yeah.
Then like
so is that like the Japanese effect, sort of like they're the European version of Japan?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's probably something in that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
See, when I was younger, I'd probably just said no, but I've thought about this before.
Okay. Fair enough. Right, that was my little game. That's done.
Okay, well, I've noticed we haven't got long left, and we've got your story, and he didn't prepare his story before the podcast, so he's doing the podcast in the 5 minutes before the podcast. So I think he's going to rope me into like leading the story along. But as like some of the best inventions come from like difficult situations, we might have something a bit special as a result. So I think it might have worked out well. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I reckon this will be either really good or really bad.
Yeah, it could be either, but it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're excited. I could tell.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
they're all buzzing. They're all buzzing now.
They can't wait now. But just a counter to that, I have had to start the last 3 stories, so there is a lot of burden on my shoulders.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, right. So
you can finish a story if you want as well.
Well, I could,
whenever you want.
But you keep finishing them, don't you?
Okay, make them shorter.
You keep killing off all the characters.
All right, go.
All right. So, have you ever played Dungeons? Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No, I haven't. No, but I watched a video of someone playing it before. No, I'm not a nerdlinger.
Okay, good.
But yeah. But you know what happens in it, don't you?
I don't know. I know that you
choose your own adventure, basically.
Okay.
You know what that is, don't you?
Is it just storytelling?
Storytelling, but like you.
It's like one of those books where it goes, if you wanna fight him, go to paragraph 4.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yeah. But in this case, I'm going to be making the decisions.
Okay.
So you make the decisions, and then I tell you what happens.
Yeah.
Kind of. So it might be shit, but we'll see what happens.
Who cares? They got this far. Podcast nearly over. Don't worry, this is shit. We finish in 5 minutes.
Right, okay. I think it's just a short one, and I don't know how long it's going to take.
All right.
Right, so it's called Burglary in Bangkok.
Oh.
That sounds like a good title to me. If I saw that on audible.com, I'd go, I'll download that.
Yeah.
Right, so it's obviously set in the Bangkok metropolis. Sun's gone down. Warm Tuesday evening in Bangkok. Todd and Alex were returning from a bar. Been having a few drinks, as usual. Walking home when they saw a bit of a kerfuffle. Good word that is, isn't it? Kerfuffle.
Yeah. A palaver.
Pardon?
What a palaver. I like that one as well.
It's a bit of a palaver because there's a load of blokes shouting in balaclavas, running out of a massive mansion.
Yeah.
Running out, and instantly they're both thinking, this doesn't look right. Something fishy is going on here. So basically, a load of blokes running out of this mansion, jumping into a van and driving off. As they're driving off, the guy in the passenger seat takes off his ski mask, and then he looks at Todd as he goes past, and Todd looks at him, and they both get a good look of each other's face. So that was a bit, thinking that might be an issue later on.
Yeah.
So I was like, fucking hell, did you see that?
Yeah.
And then this is you now.
So he goes, did you see that? Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, me too. I got the license plate and everything. And then we see a naked couple running out of the house, screaming. They're going, ah! And asking. They came out and they saw us two. They're like, did you see what happened then? Did you see all that? What was going on?
Yeah.
So then now we've got the decision whether to say, that we saw it, we got the license plate, blah blah blah. Whether to lie to them or whether just to give them completely false information.
Okay, so I can tell a lie to them now.
So you can make the decision now. What happens?
I saw him. It was his best mate robbing you. It was your husband's best mate robbing you. And he told me when he went past, he said, I'm his best mate. Don't tell him. So.
Well, that's bullshit, mate, because I've never met the bloke before. What are you talking about, you knob? Why are you making up lies, you twat?
Am I getting into a conversation with him?
Bit, probably, yeah. You started it. You started slandering the man.
All right, then. Can I tell you what I do as well, or do I just have to say something?
Yeah, you can say what you do.
All right, then Todd runs over to his door and shuts it. Right, then. You stuck out here naked all night now, you son of a bitch. Don't call me liar anymore. Am I a liar? I'll open the door if you say I'm not a liar.
Oh, you're not a liar, but
still no.
Can you please don't?
No way. No, that's it. I'm calling the police.
Okay, you are a liar then. You are a fucking liar, you knob.
Okay.
You just lied right to me then. You're definitely a liar. So that's just proved that the stuff that you said before was bullshit.
Okay, Todd drops the key down the drain.
How did he get the key?
He left it in the door when he came out because he was in a hurry.
Well, you're just a fucking wanker, mate. To be honest with you, I've just been robbed, and now you're being a wanker. Right, fuck off, you knob. Okay, so that's it then. That was the altercation done. Yeah. So Todd and Alex then walk home and go to sleep. Right, the next morning, Yeah, so the next morning, Todd wakes up and he gets a text message, probably be online, the little line app. It just says, from unknown person saying, I know who you are, you bastard man. Right.
Okay.
So Todd rings up Alex,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck's this about, man? I've just got this message saying I'm a bastard and I know who you are. It's a bit weird, isn't it?" And Matt's like, "Yeah, that is a bit weird." So they both agree to meet up for breakfast on a little quiet street.
Yeah.
The waitress brings over the food. They both ordered full English, so they get the food. It's got a hot dog on it.
Did I get an email from him or what? A message or what?
Message, yeah, it's like online.
Okay. Online?
Or text message, or probably line, because that's what people use in Thailand, isn't it? But,
okay.
Right, so they get the food. They brought the waitress brings the food over, and as usual, it's got hot dog sausage instead of a real sausage.
Yeah.
It's got ham instead of bacon, salad, and they look at each other and they go, "Why do we fucking bother, eh? Why do we bother ordering fucking full Englishes in Thailand? It's always a disappointment." Anyway, the pair contemplate who the mystery message is from and decide what to do. So you've basically got the option to do nothing, so not reply to him. Reply saying "fuck off" or something like that. Reply saying "I know who you are as well, and I've got your license plate." Or you could just reply saying "who's this?" Or I don't know.
Okay. So Todd says to Alex, "It's a bit unnecessary, wasn't it? Obviously knows I am, otherwise he wouldn't know how to contact me. So we already know this person does unnecessary things. He robs houses and he tells me he knows who I am. He doesn't have to. So that's a clue. So then we message him back and say, "By the way, I know who you are too. I've got your license plate. Come and if you want to come and do something about it, do it."
Right. Okay. And then so then they'll sit down, they finish with the breakfast, and then you get another message back saying, "You better lose your memory fast before you lose your life, you bastard."
Most people do start to lose their memory before they lose their life anyway. You dickhead, there you go. Another unnecessary thing to say. You better be careful before you do something else unnecessary.
Right, then he probably just sends back a meme of like someone getting killed or something like that.
Is that a meme?
like a funny meme, like a funny death.
Are all pictures now just called memes?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got like a funny picture with some writing on. That's what I think a meme is.
Okay.
I mean, they just have to have writing on. Does it?
I'll
really?
write back.
Anyway,
lol's quite funny actually. Good one.
Anyway, so after the conversation dies down over the text,
yeah.
The pair. So that's the end. Then the pair have an uneasy feeling and are deciding how to proceed. How did the man know who they were, and how did he get their line? Will they stay in Bangkok? Will they ever get proper full English in Thailand? Find out next Find out on the next episode of Burglary in Bangkok.
All right.
That was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, fine. Interactive.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I like to involve you.
Me.
In stories.
No one else.
No one else, but yeah.
Thanks. All right.
So yeah, that was the new story. Could be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens next week. So next week you've got to think of a few scenarios and I'll answer them.
Yeah, sure. I think I can go with this. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great as well.
Good. Have you got a closing section? This podcast is already 50 minutes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long one, isn't it? I think. Well, I say that, but I'm pretty sure. I feel like some of it might get cut out, but just for time. You know what I mean? Not because it was shit, but mainly for time reasons, constraints. So that was good. So that was the best work that we've produced. Yeah.
I think we're getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
So like when you do things in life, you want to be comfortable, but you need to still have a little bit of not too. That's it. Otherwise, you get complacent, don't you? And
you think you can. You think complacency stage of the podcast game.
Yeah, because like we just think, we just say whatever and it'll be good, don't we? It usually is.
Usually is, to be fair.
Whatever. Yeah. I think it doesn't matter now because everyone who listens already knows us. So if we do some shit,
we've already got a massive audience already, haven't we? So we don't really need any new.
That was a bit rubbish. And just have a laugh about it, and then move on.
No, yeah. I mean, it's when you get so good that people are like, "Was that madness or genius?" And once you've got a reputation for being good, they assume that it's genius.
Problem is we've got too much to talk about.
Yeah, that's the problem. The podcasts are just getting too long.
Yeah.
Like before, we were like, we've just somehow got a good knack of it always being 40 minutes. I'm gonna have a quick look now. We're already at 50. Yeah. Already at 50.
Mind you, I think our longest podcast been 49 minutes before, and I think we've got at least 2 or 3 minutes to cut off this. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So, what advice would you give to anyone else, kind of in the podcast game?
Don't do it. Stop now.
Don't do one.
No, don't do it. You're only going to come across some powerhouses in the game, and if you do it, don't try and do anything like we do. Just stick to boring stuff like, oh, this is how you make money. Oh, not scamming. Yeah. Not by scamming.
Don't do scam section. No, don't do a story section.
You got to keep on good. If you want to feel good about yourself, you got to do this. Feel good schemes. Fuck off. Shut up. Don't do it. No one cares. People just care about talking general nonsense.
Yeah, but now you're giving them like good ideas. So what you want to say?
No, it's not a good idea because they can't do it like us. They can try, but they'll fail. Try and do a podcast. Do it. You'll just make us sound even better because you're so rubbish.
True. Yeah, you'll just sound like a shit little knockoff.
Sound like an idiot.
Yeah, you knob. You dickhead.
So that's what I'd say.
So that's what you'd say to any young kid who's listening to this for inspiration of starting a podcast.
Don't bother. Don't bother.
Yeah.
Kids are as bad at podcasts as they are at acting. Can't do it. Rubbish. Don't try.
Yeah, that's why we've been training up for years to get to this level.
Yeah.
Been practicing at home, talking.
We did podcasts before podcasts were even a thing, just so we could listen back to it ourselves.
Yeah, we used to just record ourselves on a tape and just play it back. And then no one ever heard it, but we just listened to it ourselves, didn't we?
That's why we're so good now.
Yeah, because we've been doing it for fucking ages.
All right, okay, the podcast is 53 minutes now, so...
Okay. So is that enough? Is that enough material?
All right, see you, Mike.
Yeah. He hasn't had a mention so far this episode. So yeah, thanks for listening, Mike. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.